Okay, time for a new video, and whether you are somebody new to my channel or you are returning to my channel to watch this video, it is greatly appreciated. As always, I'm filming this video in one go, so if I stumble over my words moving forwards, apologies about that. And also, if the quality of this video is fairly poor as well, if there's any lag, anything like that at all, sadly it cannot be helped, and hopefully it is not too much of an issue for you. This is yet another Eurovision 2023 related video here on my channel, and today I'm talking about one country in particular. Now, I never really film videos quite like this, where I focus on one competing nation only, but I feel as though I really want to talk about this particular country with regards to the upcoming competition, which of course takes place this May in Liverpool in the UK on behalf of current champions Ukraine. I'm very interested to know your thoughts on what I'm discussing, so feel free to leave a comment. And of course, as always, there are links in the description to my other social media pages. Check them out if you want to. The country in question is Finland, and I haven't really decided what I'm going to call this video yet, although I've wanted to film it for a good few weeks. It's probably going to be something along the lines of Eurovision 2023, why Finland know what they're doing, and other countries could learn a thing or two. I think the title of this video might be something along those lines, because to me, and I'm sure maybe you as well, it seems as though Finland do know what they're doing. The approach, the attitude towards Eurovision is very, very positive and very welcome and very wonderful to see. And other countries, I'm not sure they have much of a clue. So I'm just going to read what it says here in front of me. What does it say here? Yes, Uuden Musiikin Kilpailu 2023 will be the 12th edition of UMK. The competition will consist of a final on February the 25th, held at the Logamo in Turku and hosted by Samu Haber. The show will be broadcast on YLE TV1, blah, blah, blah. It will also be broadcast online. The submission period for songs was only between the 1st and 5th of September, so there's no drawn-out process. That's great as well. And what I like about that is it sort of puts a little bit of pressure on prospective artists. You can't dawdle about. If you have complete faith in your song, submit it. If you don't think it's quite doing the business, forget it. You haven't got long to submit it, so only the best will do. And I think that's the broadcaster saying, we're looking for the very, very best straight away. We're not messing about here. That's great. At least one of the riders and the lead singer or singers had to hold Finnish citizenship or live in Finland permanently in order for the entry to qualify to compete. A panel of 9 experts appointed by the broadcaster selected 7 entries out of the 363 received submissions. Now, I like this as well because a lot of the songs that do well in general, whether that's to do with Eurovision or not, they tend to be very radio friendly. Songs that get played on the airwaves a lot, and therefore they get a lot of buzz, a lot of traction, they do well in the charts, they're there for weeks, maybe one of the biggest hits of the year, etc, etc. So it makes sense that you've got people here who work on the radio going through the submissions and selecting the very best, because you're looking for not only a hit at home, a song that Finns can be proud of, but you're looking for a song that also has that broad appeal, a song that could be played all across the continent. So many Eurovision songs, and I think this might have been the UK's problem for a while as well, so many songs, yeah, they're great, they're fine, but will people in Georgia really be listening to it? Will people in Portugal really be listening to it? Is there that broad appeal? And it doesn't matter whether it's a ballad or a song that's going to blow your head off. It just has to have that sort of connection, that broad appeal. I'm repeating myself. Let's see what it says here. The 9 experts were head of music at YLEX, fantastic. A vocal coach, so that's somebody who's obviously looking for somebody who can sing very well, not only in the studio cut but live, obviously. Head of music at YLE X3M, the producer of UMK, head of music at YLE Radio Suomi, the head of music at Nelonen Media, a television director, so that's somebody who's looking for the aesthetic side of things perhaps, and that leads me on to the lyric videos in just a moment. A music journalist, and senior editor at Spotify Finland. So they're looking for hits. They're not looking for plain, middle-of-the-road so bland stuff here. They are looking for big hitters. They are looking for songs that can win. And that's what I've been saying for so long. You are in it to win it. I don't want to mention certain countries here, but let's mention certain countries here. Malta's a great example of this. The approach is not good in Malta. It looks messy. It's overblown. It's bloated. There are too many songs involved. It's great for the artists because they get to perform on stage, they get to show off what they're about, they've got faith in their song, blah, 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 blah. Great. But really, so many of those songs are not good enough. They are not good enough, so they should not be involved. In all honesty, they shouldn't be there. We know, you know, the postman down the road knows. They're not good enough they're not good enough to win. And you are in it to win it. Otherwise, I don't really see the point of competing. That's just me. You are looking for the very, very best your country can offer at that point. So you are only selecting the best. 363. Finland didn't say we're going to have 35 in our national final. We're going to have 7. The 7 best. And they're all going to be very, very different from each other. So we're going to tick that diversity box, which is great, very welcome. We're going to have songs in our own language in English, great. And we're going to have songs that we promote well. We're going to have lyric videos, which look fantastic. And we're going to have the lyrics at the bottom of the screen so people can follow along. Great. They're going to look really, really wonderful. We're going to drip feed them over the course of a week or so on YouTube. So you've got 24 hours to get used to it, and then you've got another one coming along. And it's going to sound very different from the song that you heard the previous day. And we're going to drum up interest. We're going to promote them. We're going to get people excited. And we're going to blow people away with the quality on offer. Great, great attitude. It also says here the lyric videos were released between the 12th and 20th of January. I mean, I may as well go through the songs. I'm really rambling here, and I'm not sure I'm making a good enough point, but do bear with me. We have a mixture, based on what I've read, we have a mixture of some very well-known names in Finland, and then maybe a few artists who are known but also coming up on the rails, if you see what I mean. So we have Benjamin with Hoida Mut, which is this sort of electro pop, slightly new wave type entry. It's a bit of a bop, loads of people love it. And what's great is that it's in Finnish. Not everybody speaks Finnish, but they can enjoy the song anyway. They can resonate with it. They can have a bit of a bop to it. And that song has gained so much love and attention well before the national final even takes place. Fantastic. That's how you know you have a potential hit on your hands. Then you've got Cha Cha Cha, which I'll talk about more in a minute. No Business on the Dance Floor by Keira, young up-and-coming female musician, looking and sounding great in the lyric video, full of sass. That was the first song released. It's catchy, it's got that hook, it gets stuck in people's heads. It's a contender. Then you've got Ili Voi Mainen by Kuma, this all-male group, doing very, very well on Spotify. Bit of a dark horse. It's got this sort of indie sound to it. Feels a bit nostalgic somehow for me. Really fantastic. You've got Something to Lose by Alexandra, which is this beautiful, touching, emotionally charged ballad. And the lyric video for that is just amazing, where she's sort of dancing about, and it feels quite artistic and very gentle and subtle, and it sort of transports you to another place for 3 minutes. Fantastic. Wipes the floor. Let's be frank. It wipes the floor with 90% of other national final songs this season. You've got Sama Taivasta Katsotaan by Portion Boys. Okay, it's very tongue-in-cheek. There's loads of references to other cultures and countries and what have you, and it's obviously a little bit on the silly side, but it's good that we've got a song like that involved. There's something for everybody. And then you've got Girls Like You by Robin Pakalen. Huge name, one of the biggest male singers of the past 20 years or so in Finland. So to have him involved, that's obviously going to drum up interest. And it's great that somebody like him wants to take part for Eurovision. Because a lot of countries, let's be honest, they can't get that interest. I wonder in Germany, for example, how many of the biggest German musicians would even dream of trying to represent their country at Eurovision. Maybe they think they've got no chance. Maybe they think that if they sent a serious song, the silly one would win, which might well be the case this year, God help us. But in Finland, it seems as though if you are a big name, yes, you can be involved, which is fantastic. Let me talk about Cha Cha Cha, because that's the one that is absolutely gaining the most attention. This is by Karja, real name, just bear with me, real name Jere Poihonen, and this song just blew people away. That's what you're looking for. That's what I'd be looking for if I was listening to 363 tracks in contention for my country. I would be looking for those. It doesn't matter whether it's up-tempo or not, but I'd be looking for songs that have that immediacy. It's something I say all the time when I'm reacting to snippets of the songs from various countries. I'm looking for something that immediately grabs my attention. It has to, because at Eurovision you've got 3 minutes. And the vast majority of the songs are in the semi-finals first. So if you're not grabbing people's attention right away in the semi-finals, you are done for. You are dead on arrival. And the fact that the semi-finals are now 100% public vote, if you are not doing the business in the first 30 seconds, there's the door. You're out. It's as simple as that. Eurovision voters are ruthless. They are looking for something that immediately strikes them. It has to have that immediacy somehow. And this song does. It is techno, pop, elements of rock in there as well. It is an absolute assault on the senses. The lyric video, he's in the boxing ring, he's essentially fighting himself, and then at the end he's wearing this blonde wig and he's got a smile on his face and he's doing the cha-cha-cha. It is it's sort of like 2 songs in one, and you have to stick with it, because if you don't like the first half you might like the second half. And just think about this song in Liverpool. My God, the whole crowd going nuts, singing along. Oh man, I can see it now. I can really picture this. Let me tell you how I picture this. He's wearing an outfit very similar to what he's wearing in the lyric video. So his whole top half is pretty much exposed. And on the backdrop, we have what looks to be a sort of TV static pattern, but the words cha-cha-cha appear when he sings them. And there's green lights, which sort of match the outfit he's wearing, and there's lights very similar to lights off for the Czech Republic last year, streaking across the arena. And then, bear with me, this is just the way I picture it, there's cheerleaders on stage for the final third of the song. Because when he's singing about doing the cha-cha-cha, and it feels more pop-in style, I can just imagine him sort of doing the cha-cha moves or whatever, along with these group of women dressed as cheerleaders. I don't know why, that's just the way I saw it in my head the other day, in preparation for this video. And I just think it would look absolutely fantastic, and quick camera cuts, and shaking camera effects, and everything's very rapid, because this is a very rapid song, and it needs to be the sort of, it needs to be shot in a way that sort of really mimics the type of track this is. So it has to be very quick and it has to be very chaotic, because it's that sort of song. Oh yeah, I can really picture this. It is my favourite from UMK. It does have that immediacy, it does lock onto your attention and doesn't let go, and there will be people who love this. And when I go back to that point about broad appeal, people who don't even follow Eurovision, people who don't even like Eurovision, but people who might tune in on the night, this song might just be their cup of tea. This is the sort of song that is, for me, if I had a friend who wasn't that interested in Eurovision, I might show them this track, and they might say, wow, that's quite something. That's in contention for Eurovision, that needs to go. That needs to be performed live in Liverpool this May. Whereas if I showed them a song like Girls Like You, for example, which in my opinion is nowhere near as good, they might say, oh, this is very plain, yes, it's very radio-friendly, but it's not really striking me. I think a lot of neutrals, they're looking for something that's really out there. They're looking for something that really is visually strong, vocally great, and maybe a little bit on the manic side. I mean, take a look at Moldova last year. One of the reasons I think that song did so well is because so many neutral viewers who'd never heard the song before and hadn't seen any of the rehearsals or anything like that, they just thought, this is really catchy and fun and colourful. We'll vote for it. And if Cha 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 goes to Eurovision, it could be a similar situation to Moldova last year, where a lot of neutrals are tuning in and they're listening to ballads and it's not doing anything for them, and they're listening to a few pop songs and it does nothing for them, but then this comes along and it is so arresting, they'll vote for it. My God, I'm really waffling and not really making too much of a good point here, but hopefully you can see what I mean. The diversity is there, the quality is there. It's not a bloated national final. It is quality over quantity. We've got experts, radio experts, looking for things that they would play on the radio, songs that are going to do the business on Spotify, and some of these songs are really doing the business on there already, and songs that have broad appeal. Cha 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 already has about 1.2 million views. It's not even the national final yet. It's still another week or two away. The fact that we have a song for Finland in contention for Eurovision weeks in advance getting that many views, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And they're going about it the right way. They are in it to win it. They're promoting the songs with these lyric videos. Barely any other country really does that. The lyric videos are polished, slick, loads of people are involved with them, and the views are very good, the streams are good, people across Europe already know the songs, they're falling in love with these songs, people are talking about the songs, and whichever one goes to Eurovision, it's going to be good pretty much, because it's hard to predict who's going to win, and that's the way it should be with a national final. It shouldn't be clear-cut. Every song should be capable of winning. Absolutely every single one. I look at Malta, I'm thinking, wow, it's between two acts maybe, if that. The rest, no chance. And we know they would not do well at Eurovision. We know they would not do well at Eurovision. We know. We look at Serbia, too many songs. Too many songs. It's between maybe 3 or 4 in Serbia at best. The rest, no chance. With all due respect, no chance. So why are they there? Why are they there? To make up the numbers. And okay, you're showing off the language, you're showing off the culture, you're showing off these singers, it's fantastic for them, blah blah blah. But really, only the best should be there. And that's the case in Finland. They've got the right idea, and I'm very, very impressed. And this national final has taken a giant crap over most of what any other country is bringing to the table. In fact, I'm going to go through it. I don't even care. Let's go through it. Let's be realistic with ourselves here, ladies and gentlemen. We're always frank and honest on this channel without being rude. So, Croatia. It's a 2-horse race. It's Harmonia Dissonanza, which hopefully I'm pronouncing a bit more correctly now, or Let 3. I have no faith in Croatia to make the right choice. They're not winning Eurovision. And, again, it pales in comparison, in my opinion, to what Finland are bringing to the table. Ireland, it's quite clear already that they should have sent Connolly. Latvia, forget it. Malta, forget it. Norway, maybe. Maybe. MGP wasn't too bad. But again, really, most people thought it was going to be between one of 3 acts. Portugal, not winning Eurovision. Serbia, probably not winning Eurovision. Azerbaijan, who knows. Czech Republic, hasn't even been confirmed by Eurovision yet that it is Vesna. That's a contender. And yes, there were only 5 songs, was it, in ESCZ? But again, Finland, quality's better, diversity's better, arguably. Israel, I think they'll be contenders. Moldova, forget it. Sweden, so many people are underwhelmed with Melfest already, which is not good. Who else is having a national final? Belgium, made the wrong choice. Denmark, not strong enough. Estonia, again, it's sort of like a 2 or 3 horse race, maybe. Oli, Alika, maybe that's about it, actually. Iceland, it's okay, but it's not on the same level as Finland. Romania, forget it. Albania, forget it, even though the song's not bad. Lithuania, yeah, it's a bit difficult to predict who's going to win that selection, but again, the quality is not as high as Finland. The diversity maybe isn't quite there as well, I don't really know. And you could say there's too many songs. Poland, who knows? San Marino, forget it. Germany, a little better than usual, but still not on the same level as Finland. Italy, we know we're getting quality, but arguably Finland will have more diversity, even though it's less songs. Ukraine, that was a little bit disappointing towards the tail end of last year. Spain was okay, but again, you could say some of the songs definitely had no chance. Anyway, I'm really not making too much of a good point here. And if you're still with me, thank you so much. But I just wanted to make this video because I just think Finland have got the right idea. They're not selecting 40 songs. They're selecting the very best from what's come to them in a very short space of time in which to submit songs. They're being judged by people who know what they're on about. They're looking for radio hits. They're looking for immediacy. They're looking for diversity in terms of language and genre. They're looking for songs that are going to be hits not only in Finland but further afield. And so far it's been successful because these songs are getting millions of streams, well, hundreds of thousands of streams. They're getting millions, if not hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube. People are talking about them all over the place, social media, online, fantastic. And this is weeks before UMK actually takes place. So after UMK, the songs are just going to get even more popular. The word of mouth, if you see what I mean, about these songs, whichever one goes to Eurovision, if it's Cha Cha Cha, more and more people are going to hear about it. More people are going to read about it. More people are going to get on board about it. They're going to promote the hell out of it. He's going to be at pre-parties. And before you know it, we could be talking about Finland being contenders for the win in Liverpool. It's working so well. They've got this model, they're sticking with it. It's getting better year after year. The lyric videos as well, just fantastic. What a way to get people excited for the track and what might happen in the live performance. Will Kari have a boxing ring on stage with him? Will Keira, you know, really be on some sort of dance floor? Oh, absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. There's nothing else to say. I just think they really know what they're doing. And it just baffles me a little bit how, if Finland can't do it, why can't most other countries? Why can't other countries have these lyric videos? I'm not saying every country should, but why not? Why is Malta's national final looking so damn messy and Finland's looks really damn tight? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And this is such a great national final because I wouldn't say it is a 1 or 2 horse race. Anybody could win it. They really could. Who knows? And that's very exciting. It means people are going to want to tune in from all corners of the continent because they don't know what's going to happen. They've no idea how the votes are going to pan out. And I haven't even spoken about the voting because there's an international jury, I believe, and the Finnish public will have their say too, of course, which is great because you want to know what song might do the business at Eurovision as early as possible. So if one song is getting a lot of love, that's a sign that maybe, okay, if that one goes to Eurovision, we're in safe hands because a lot of international juries in the final, if we get there, will be going big for it. Fantastic. Oh man. Oh man. It's impressive. It's impressive. Finland need another really, really great result. Blind Channel did well, the Rasmus not quite so much. That was second season syndrome. Finland went for something a little bit on the similar side. Big band, okay, it didn't quite work. This year, something a bit different. Just as striking, just as memorable, just as impressive. That first semi-final could be very, very tough in Liverpool this year. I'm looking forward to it. And I think Finland could do very, very well. Whichever song they send, they could do very, very well. Stage it right. Make sure the vocals are on the money. You could be onto something really, really special. Promote it well. Get people excited for it. Fantastic. So many people have spoken about the quality here. And it really does. It wipes the floor. It absolutely wipes the floor with what a lot of other countries are bringing to the table. If Finland can do it, other countries surely can. So why aren't they? Are the singers just not sending good enough songs? Are there not that good enough songs out there to enter a national final? I don't know. I don't know. But other countries should look at UMK, what they're doing, the model they've got there, and learn a thing or two. Quality over quantity, diversity, different styles, different genres, different aesthetics, getting people excited early. Yeah. That's the way to go. I am impressed. And I wanted to make a video about it because I am impressed. And I think a lot of other people are as well. And I look forward to UMK in a few weeks' time. Massive ramble. Repeated myself a lot. Didn't necessarily make myself terribly clear. But I'm now going to wrap up this video. Let me know what you think. Genuinely interested to know. And I'll be back with another Eurovision related video very soon. Because it is my intention to react to a recap of the Sanremo Night 2 performances. So that video will hopefully be surfacing very soon, and then this weekend it is manic. What shows do we have this weekend while I'm here? Croatia, it should be Nevera Lele. Latvia, that's going to be Southern Lights, I would say. Malta, it should be Brook. Portugal's 11th of March. What else have we got? Denmark, I think that's going to be Riley, actually. Estonia, maybe Ollie, maybe Alika. Romania, I think that really could be the Folklore Orchestra. I really do. Although it should be Aladeda. What else have we got this weekend? Italy. Well, unless there's anything top quality in the second night, which is this evening, it's Marco Mengoni or bust. Let me know your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, on anything I've said today, and I will be back soon. Hopefully the quality wasn't too bad. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Apologies for waffling. And bye for now.